when Nathan was in the 7th grade, we were homeschooling him that particular year, and it was a hard year. How many of you here have children or grandchildren in the 7th, 8th, 9th grade, around those ages? I tell you, I think those are the hardest years of a human's life, by far. And I told the kids that. If they can live through 7th, 8th, 9th grade, life's a breeze after that. Because those years are hard because the kids are mean. They're mean to each other. They're mean to themselves. They're mean to their parents. It's just such a turmoil time. And Nathan was going through this. And between 7th and 8th grade, he grew 12 inches and gained 60 pounds. It wasn't pretty. It was a sad thing. His knees went out. His back went out. He didn't have energy or mind to do anything but grow. And I was trying to teach him. So at the end of the 7th grade, I told Steve I had enjoyed Nathan about all I could stand him. And we were going to need to make a change. We were going to need to put him in school for the 8th grade or do something illegal, and we didn't want to go that far. And so we put him in school, and he came home one day from the 8th grade, and he told me something that would redefine my whole idea of family. He said, "Mom, no matter how bad it gets out there," because he had been just chewed up that day. He'd felt so bullied and badgered and hurt and wounded. He said, "No matter how bad it gets out there, no matter what they do to me, I know when I come home and I close that front door, I know I'm safe." I thought, that's what home is. Home's supposed to be a safe place. After September 11th, First Lady Laura Bush told America, "Go home and tell your children that they're loved and that they're safe." I thought, we could tell them they're safe in school, and maybe they are, and maybe they're not. We could tell them they're safe on airplanes. Maybe they are, and maybe they're not. But there's one place we should be able to guarantee our children that they're safe, is when they're in that home, that building we call home, that we can guarantee them as parents there are no terrorists who live there. There is no one who's going to explode in their face. There's no one that's going to backhand them in the mouth. There's no one that's going to shred them with hurtful, explosive words. That we don't shove with our words in that home. We don't shove with our hands. It's safe there. That's what home is supposed to be, is a safe place. For our 25th anniversary, Steve wrote a song depicting that safe place, that no matter what happens, we drove in and we saw what the storms had done to houses. But I know there are homes that still survive, even though the house is hurt. But the storms will come, but the house still stands when it's built on that solid rock of Jesus Christ.
This house still stands. This house still stands. We built it on the rock. We didn't build it on the sand. This house still stands. It started as a rumble and turned into a roar. Do you remember how that wind pounded on our door? We lost some shingles, we lost a window pane. But when that storm had passed us, this old house remained. Oh, this house still stands. Sing that with us. This house still stands. This house still stands. We built it on the rock. We built it on the rock. We didn't build it on the sand. This house still stands. This house still stands. It started as a teardrop and turned into a flood. When troubles came to wash away these walls that hold our love. But babe, do you remember how we called on Jesus' name? And when that flood had passed us, this old house remained. Oh, this house still stands. This house still stands. We built it on the rock. We didn't build it on the sand. This house still stands.
Okay, if you've been married 20 years or more, we want you to stand up. Even if you're a widow, a widower, your spouse is not here, stand up. 20 years. Wow, look at that.
Y'all give them a hand. Keep standing. They built it on the rock. They didn't build it on the sand. This house still stands. Last line. This house still stands. All right, everybody stand and do this. Oh, messing with your religion, aren't we? I'm sorry. Y'all give them another hand. Be seated. Thank you.